Good afternoon. Mike Logan from AskMikeTheCounselor2.com in my office at Rockford, Illinois, and I'm in the middle of working on a web page and an article called Brain Improve. And I want to talk a little bit about that. That's a keyword from Google. Folks are paying for advertising for that. So I'm going to make it a title to a web page. And everybody wants to improve their brain. I mean, all of us who are involved in a field where you have to use your brain, and that makes everybody, is seeking ways to see clearly into problems more effectively. At least that's how I like to imagine myself. Empathically respond to clients when they're talking to me about their pain in my domestic violence groups, for example, to see clearly into the core of their issue. And I would think that the better my brain, the easier that would be. So what can we do to improve our brain? Oftentimes folks, when they think of improved brains, they think of having all the answers all the time. And that's not it. Sometimes an improved brain is simply the part of our brain that listens very effectively and knows how to ask accurate questions or perceptive questions that help people find their own words for the problem that's going on. So an improved brain really means that the connections that I already have inside of my noggin are functioning in a timely manner. In other words, all of the neurons involved in the hearing process are firing closely together. They have not atrophied. There isn't any static in the communication, if you will. So I'm hearing more effectively. That's an important part of what I do as a counselor, is listen. So I want those neurons and those circuits to be firing well. So how do I keep that going on? Well, I need to sleep well. I need to feed my brain well. I need to exercise my brain. If there is one thing that makes it possible for your brain to function effectively in any endeavor you're involved in, it's physical exercise. So get a workout of some kind. It doesn't have to be getting all sweaty and hoisting 700-pound leg presses, Olympic style clean and jerks. It doesn't have to be that intense. It needs to be exercise that makes you breathe a little more deeply, so that if you're walking with somebody, you're breathing deeply enough that it's difficult to talk, or it's certainly difficult to sing while you're walking briskly. Then you need to do that for 10 minutes, okay? Or maybe mix in some burpees or push-ups or skip rope, 30-second intervals per 10 seconds. It's called high-intensity interval training. Key component, 2, increasing your brain's, improve your brain. Okay, you need to get sleep, nutrition, exercise. You need to handle stress effectively. Stress, the hormones of stress happening here, they happen really fast when I perceive danger in the environment. For example, as a businessman, when the Northern Illinois NICOR gas bill comes, and it's February and it's more, January was, the bill is bigger than I anticipated. In that split second, I have a stress reaction inside of my body, a flood with adrenaline and cortisol. And that is appropriate if I'm under attack, but there's not much I can do about the gas bill except calm down. Calm down in order to take care of my body and my brain, and then formulate a strategy to pay the bill so that the cash flow is not corrupted too thoroughly. All right, sleep, stress management, physical exercise, nutrition are key components to improving your brain. And the next part of improving your brain is to challenge the neurons up here so that they grow new dendrites and new synapses. The more dendrites and synapses I have, the more neurons that I can bring to bear on a particular problem, a particular process, such as listening, such as seeing, such as smelling, tasting, processing all of that sensory data in my brain. So novel challenge might involve learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, learning how to play chess with my son, or it can involve computerized brain fitness programs. There are several on the market right now with some very powerful research behind them. MindSpark Brain Fitness Pro Advanced Brain Technologies from Alex Doman, and it's called Brain Builder. Michael Merzenich Posit Science Brain Fitness Pro. And the Lumosity program are programs that I have used, and I enjoy. They are part of my everyday routine. So I'm challenging the neurons in my brain in a number of different ways. MindSpark, for example, trains fluid intelligence. Good kind of intelligence for somebody in my position to have, because every client is going to bring a novel problem to me in regards to their internal psychological experience. Every domestic violence client is going to have a little different take. Even though I may listen using the same technologies, my responses will be different, and that's what's called fluid intelligence. Crystallized intelligence, which is what I've learned over the years from reading counseling books, for example, doesn't work in a novel situation. I need to be able to listen and create. Fluid intelligence is trained very effectively by MindSpark Brain Fitness Pro. Thank you very much. It's a cold, rainy day in Illinois. I think I will go home and take a nap, get some rest. Bye-bye.